Hello, Barry Carlin once again from Best Performance Systems. Best Performance Systems goes into hotels and resorts and develops programs that reduce injuries by 50 to 90% and increase productivity. This series are a series of things that we teach in our program that are the reason that we get such incredible reductions in injuries and increases in productivity. I'm going to share with you something today in the next couple of minutes that people don't talk about very often. We have been training hotels and resorts for well over 12 years. We've trained well over 1,000 workers, thousands of workers, and in every single class we do various surveys. And we have found that when we ask this question, who here has foot pain that makes work difficult or uncomfortable for them, we easily get 50 to 80% say they do. So most of your workers have pain in the bottom of their foot that makes it difficult to stand and difficult to walk and actually causes foot pain and often winds up being a foot injury that causes them to go see a doctor. I'm now going to show you the cause of that foot pain and the simple and permanent solution. Here you go. The foot is an arch. Here you go. I'm not an artist, but I communicate with pictures sometimes. So here is the arch that makes up a foot. And there is the heel bone, a couple of ankle bones, a couple of long bones, and the toes. There's the foot. It's a bunch of bones and joints. It's actually 54 separate joints. And on the bottom of the foot is 5 groups of muscles. That's all that meat on the bottom of your foot. 5 groups of muscles that go from the heel to the toes. That's all the flesh on the bottom of your foot. Now, why is there an arch? Why are there so many bones? Why is that muscle there? Well, here's the reason. The foot, let's imagine my hand as a foot. The foot is an arch. If the foot was perfectly flat, and each time you walked and stepped down, your foot slapped onto the ground, by the time you're 10 years old, all the bones of the foot would be shattered. So there is an arch in the foot, so each time that you land, it absorbs the shock of landing, so you don't damage the bones in the foot. And then when you pick that foot up for the next step, those muscles return the arch for the next step. Very simple. That's the reason there's an arch. That's the reason there's muscles. Now, some people have tremendous pain. It could be a sensation of hot or cold or achiness or cramping or just fatigue on the bottom of the foot in these muscles. Why? Here's the very simple reason. Now, here's the same foot, but it has less of an arch. That's the only difference. Same ankle, same heel bone, same ankle bones, same long bones, same toes. And they've got the same muscles. Same groups of 5 muscles. But how are these muscles different from those muscles? Because the foot is longer, the muscles are stretched out. Now, what's the job of those muscles? To return the arch. I weigh about 180 pounds. If I have flat feet, that's what that is, that's flat feet, also known as pronation. If I have pronation or flat feet, and I'm standing and my arch is dropped, those muscles are trying to do their job. Their job is to return the arch. How much weight are my muscles trying to pick up if I had dropped arches or pronation? They're trying to pick up 180 pounds. So these little muscles are trying to pick up 180 pounds on me. If you weigh 120 pounds, that's what they're trying to pick up. If you weigh 240 pounds, that's what they're trying to pick up. That's why so many people get tremendous pains on the bottom of their foot. They simply have a slight dropped arch. Now, they may look at their foot and see a gigantic arch, but when they stand, the arch collapses. What matters is not what it looks like when you look at it, when you put the foot up. What matters is what is it doing when you're standing on it. So here is the simple solution. So the muscle winds up in spasm. And the entire time you're standing, it's contracting. It's more and more in spasm. Now because it's in spasm, it's inflamed. And it's trying to contract, and that's when it becomes really painful. Here's your solution. Twofold. In your shoe, you put in a simple arch support. It goes from the heel to the midfoot, And as you can see on the middle, on the inside of the foot, there's a thickened area. So what that does, when you're wearing that, it brings this point up right here. It takes this foot, it brings up the arch. The ground comes up to the foot, and the foot stays biomechanically correct. There's no more stress on those muscles. So somebody who's having foot pain, wearing an arch support, $10, $15 in any drugstore or sporting goods store that carries running shoes, they will frequently, immediately, within less than a day, have no more foot pain. Now, for some people, the muscles have been in spasm so long, they're hard in spasm. So even if you reduce, if you make the curve normal, taking the stress off the muscles, they're still going to hurt. They need therapy. So they could take a tennis ball or a piece of round wood or a pipe or any in a health food store, you can buy what's called a footsie roller, anything to massage the bottom of the foot from the toes to the heel. And massage it for 1 minute while you're drinking your morning tea, while you're watching TV at night. For 1 minute twice a day, gently massage those muscles. That is physical therapy to reduce the tension and the contracture and therefore the inflammation in the muscle. Now there's an even more advanced condition. If you've had this for a really long time, and these muscles have been in spasm for a very long time, you might have a contracture of many of the tissues here, and that's called plantar fasciitis. It's an inflammation. You still do the massage, but you want to ice it also. So in that case, take maybe a small water bottle, like an Arrowhead or a Crystal Geyser water bottle, fill it with water, freeze it, and use that to massage your foot. So now you're getting the massage and icing for the inflammation at the same time. Somebody with that condition might get up in the morning, when they first get out of bed, they're walking with great difficulty for a few minutes until they warm up the muscle, until they take a hot shower. So you don't want to have, you want to both correct the cause of this tension with the arch support, and then correct the tension in the muscle with massage. And if it's very advanced and there's inflammation, you want to correct it with ice. As simple as that. You have now, by doing this, you have virtually eliminated foot pain. And who stands in hospitality? Housekeepers stand all day long. Front desk people stand all day long. People in the retail stores stand all day long. Landscapers stand all day long. Everybody in hospitality is standing or walking all day. Very few people are sitting in the hospitality environment. If they have this condition, they have pain. And if they have pain, they're going to be less productive and they're going to be more prone to injury, not just in their foot, but actually throughout their body for reasons that I won't go into right now because I don't want to take up too much of your valuable time. So I hope this was useful for you. And my name is Barry Carlin, our company's Best Performance Systems. This is one little thing out of hundreds of things that we do when we go into a hotel or resort to reduce injuries, increase productivity, have people feeling better, have people happier, therefore they're nicer to the guests, so the guest experience actually improves. The Best Performance Systems has now put together a free course for you, which has a number of our best actionable skills that you can use right away. At the bottom of this video at the end, in the description, is a link. Please hit that link, and that will take you to the free course. Please take it. Every single thing you learn in that course is going to make your department or your hotel function better. If all you do is what you learn in the free course, you're going to have tremendous benefit of decreased injuries and increased productivity. Okay? I look forward to meeting you again. And again, in the description at the bottom of this, please push the link. Thank you. When you are working today, as you approach every single task, think about how can I do this task so it'll be the easiest for me, I'll be the most productive, and I'll feel the best.